Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be answering some of your questions while we repot some plants. So let's just go ahead and get started. No hullabaloo in the beginning. Let's just get on into it here. I don't have a ton of questions, a decent amount, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 13 of your guys' questions, and we're going to answer them. Easy peasy. But first I want to show you which plants we're going to be repotting today. That way we can just continue on with the chat and not be pausing to discuss the plants as much. Of course, if you do have any questions regarding any of the plants that I'm showing today, drop them in the comments down below and I will answer them to the best of my ability. So, first things first. Sorry, I feel like I can really hear an outlet timer ticking away over here. So if you can too, I'm sorry. Let me see if I can turn it off. Oh, just unplugged it. It was driving me crazy. So let's just go ahead and get started here. Some of these plants look pretty good. Some of them don't. And that's why they're getting repotted today. So first things first, I'm going to show you this guy. This is my Epipremnum Plum Ora. She's so beautiful. This plant was kindly sent to me, I believe, by Aroid Market. Not a plant that I would think, what am I trying to say? It's not necessarily a plant that would really jump out to me normally, and it's not necessarily a plant that I would usually pick, but it has, well, it honestly immediately started growing on me. I absolutely love this plant. I love the way that it sits. It's so beautiful. It's very leany, so it's perfect for sitting on a shelf, which is of course where I have this bad boy, but it's just so beautiful. I mean, look at that variegation. Are you kidding me? Now, I would consider this to be a plant that has more of that Polaroid type of variegation. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. But where it starts off kind of more muted and then it really pops off once it's fully, I don't know, fully grown and hardened off. So beautiful leaves. I do have another new leaf coming in right here, so that's exciting. But yeah, such a cool plant. And it's been popping out all these cool half moon leaves. So half of the leaf will be variegated and half of it will just be that nice deep dark green. I love it. It's so pretty and it desperately needs a repot. This is I think maybe one of 2 of the plants that we're going to be repotting today that I know for sure definitely needs it because it has outgrown this pot. Let me show you how I know that. Get it out of here. It's in just a nursery pot within kind of a nursery pot. But look at those roots. Look at those bad boys. What? So pretty. Oh my god. So she's definitely ready for a repot, so we'll give her a bigger home. And I have been scrounging for pots, you guys. I've had a hell of a time finding pots that are bigger than this. Either have this size, it seems, or much larger. So we will see what we can see here about that. So yeah, Epipremnum Plum Ora. That's going to be one of the plants that we're going to repot today. Another one, this is another guy that I, once again, know definitely is ready for a repot. The roots aren't really coming out the bottom, just one single root is, but you can see all of the roots around in here, all those bad boys in there. But this is an Anthurium, what are you? This is an Anthurium, come on, brain. On the tip of my tongue. Is it? Yes. Okay. Antherium Warum. Oh my god. Anthurium Warum Esmeralda. The word Warum was just getting me, and it did not sound or feel right, but it's right. It's essentially a queen Anthurium, but it is the Esmeralda type, I guess, and it's so beautiful. It's much more deep and dark. The veination is definitely more subtle. There's just that little light variegation there, and then just that nice line going down the center. And this is from Ecuagenera. So beautiful plant, definitely ready for a repot. It feels tight in here, very tight. So we're gonna put her in this one, easy peasy. Okay, the next plant I have to show you is not so happy. Am I not so happy? I mean, she might be dead. This is her. Any guesses? What do we think? This is, or was, depending on how this goes, my, not an Anthurium, come on brain, this is my Alocasia cuprea. Yeah, so this is why I have not put out a video yet explaining the differences between the cuprea and the Dewey's reversa. My Dewey's reversa is like doing fantastic. She's been popping off growth. Oh my God, is that so? You saw nothing. But my Dewey's reversa is doing fabulous on top of the cabinet. It's doing great, pushing out new babies, pushing out new leaves, all the good things. But this one, not so much. So we're going to see if there's any corms in here and maybe do a little bit of corm propagation, which I honestly have not done in a really long time. Not since I lived in Colorado have I done that. So yeah, I'm excited to potentially get to do that again. So that's that one. Less exciting. And then the other one I want to do today is this guy here. She also does not look so great. So we're going to give her a repot and see if that helps. But this is another Anthurium. God, she's so big. You're so beautiful. God, you look like oh, especially this leaf. Damn. I do think I want to leave this leaf on. Maybe not. Maybe I'll take this off so that it can like really focus on good new growth and not trying to hang on to this. But at the same time, or on the same note, I guess, you know, they do say that if you leave, by they, I mean like random internet people, say that if you leave the like dying leaf on, it will help like give juices to the rest of the plant. So I don't really know. We'll see what happens with this one, but I do feel like she's ready for a repot. She's honestly probably been ready for a repot for a while. So we're going to give it to her. But this is my Anthurium Crystallinum, no ID, because I don't know what she is. I do know it's some sort of crystallinum because look at her. She's for sure some kind of crystallinum. But she is freaking gigantic. And when the new leaves emerge, which I have not had a new leaf in a really long time, they always die. But when the new leaves emerge, they are like a beautiful chocolatey brown. Oh my God, they're so pretty. So we'll give her a repot, hopefully give her some new life back, and maybe we'll start to see some new leaves. Who knows? So yeah, we're going to do that guy, Anthurium Crystallinum of some kind. Where do I want to put her? I'll put her up here. And then there was one other one. Oh, there are two other plants. So the next one I want to do is a Hoya. Oh my God, you look so sad. Okay, so this is my Hoya something. I believe it's a Hoya lacunosa Snowcap is what it was called. It dries out. It's always dry. It's always dry. Always. So I definitely feel like she will benefit. Ah! What? Sorry. Focus. I feel like she'll benefit from a repot for sure, and just like some soil refresh because it's been in this pot since I bought it from a big box store, so it probably didn't have the best soil to begin with. So we're going to give her a soil refresh. But why I was screeching at you a second ago is because we have a peduncle. I'm sorry, what? Do you see her? Let me try and zoom you in a bit. Will it focus? Will it focus? Okay. Do you see her? That is a peduncle, my friends. Oh, and these are some beautiful nails brought to you by Mooncat. Like I say brought to you, like it's all official. It's definitely not. But yeah, this is a Mooncat nail polish. I freaking love it. It's Midsummer's Dream, and it's pink with like blue when it hits the right light. It's so pretty. Let me zoom. Oh, nope. That was right the first time. Zoom me out. That is criminal. I'm such a sweaty bitch. Oh my God. I feel like I should change my shirt. We might change the shirt in a second here because, wow. But yeah, we're going to give her a repot and see if that, again, brings some life back into it. Do we have any other peduncles? I don't think so. But damn, this is such a sad looking plant. I didn't realize how sad it was until I'm looking at it just right now. But yeah, we've got a lot of yellow, oh, there we go, yellow leaves, dead little sprigs, if we want to call them that. So yeah, we are gonna give this guy some love today, and hopefully she'll give us some love right back. So we'll do that guy. And then the last plant I want to repot today is this beauty rocker. Do you really need a repot? I guess we'll look at the roots and see if she really needs it. But this is my Anthurium Radicans Cross Luxurians, which I do think I have a question about this guy. So we will answer that when we get to it. But yeah, beautiful Anthurium Radicans Cross Luxurians. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I mean, look at that. Gorgeous. Are Anthurium Luxurians still like crazy, crazy high in price? Because I remember, I don't know, last time I checked was probably like a couple years ago, and they were a very hefty price tag. So let me know if you have one of these, or if you bought one recently, if the price has come down and is more reasonable. Because I mean, just looking at this leaf here, I'm seeing a lot of like beautiful luxuriant characteristics here with that, you know, that beautiful texture and that dark leaf. So I would love to eventually have just like a pure Anthurium Luxurians in my collection. I think that would be absolutely stunning. But another beautiful part about this plant is the backs of the leaves, because it's got that like gorgeous red veining. Do you see that? So pretty. So we're gonna see if she needs a repot. Oh, and I have the tag in still. Look at me. This is from Salad Beard Farms. This plant was an itty bitty baby when I ordered it off of probably like their Etsy shop or something. And now she's grown so much. We do have a yellow leaf, so we'll pluck that off when we get to it. But yeah, that's the last plant. So let me just get the soil and everything set up here, and then we will start answering some of your guys' questions. Do I have something to change into? Y'all are just gonna have to deal with my sweaty ass pits. I'm so sorry. I'm just a sweaty human. I don't know what to tell you. My palms, if you ever meet me and we shake hands, you're gonna regret it. I've got clammy hands since forever. Since forever. I don't know what to do about it. I feel like I've heard you can get like Botox in your hands and that will help with the sweat. And you think you can do that in your armpits too? I don't know if I recommend that, but it's a thing, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so I've got just a pot here with a saucer built in, and I'm just gonna pour my soil into here. I could not find my potting mat, which is a bummer. So we're just going to be very careful, but you know I spilled soil before I even started filming. It would be a repot video without it. So there's that. I'm going to use the last of the vermiculite here, I believe. But this is, I guess I should show you. This is just the black gold regular potting mix, all purpose. Oh, okay. This is very dusty, so I might regret this. Oh, it's not as dusty as I remember, actually. Okay. I can't believe how sweaty I am. I can, like, feel it now. I'm hyper aware of it now. Okay, and then we're also going to put in some black gold orchid bark mix. Scissors. Every time I put my nails on, I'm just like, I'm like a hand model, or hand magician. Hand magician. You go with it. Okay. That is chunky. Okay. Oh my God, self. Be careful. Oy, oy. I don't have like a ton of soil. I'm not very soil rich right now. So I'm gonna probably be reusing some of the soil from some of these plants. Not like this one, because I feel like that soil is just like garbage now, which, oh, garbage. I meant to grab a garbage bag. I'm gonna have to do that in a second before we continue, but yeah, probably going to be trying to reuse soil as much as possible so that this will last me for all these plants. So let's see. This is what the soil mix looks like right now. Nothing crazy. So let me go grab a trash bag real quick. So this guy first, and let me get my questions here. Oh, shoot. The first question, I actually meant to look this up. So let me look this up. Because the first question is, do you know if Anthurium Luxurians cross radicans, this guy, is sterile, meaning, like, can you make berries and babies with them or not? If it was sterile, it would mean that you couldn't make babies with it. So let me just do a quick Google search because I honestly have no idea. Okay, so quick Google search does tell me that the Anthurium radicans cross luxurians is in fact sterile, unfortunately. So sounds like you could, you know, you will get flowers from it because I totally have gotten inflorescence, plenty of them from the Anthurium radicans cross luxurians, but yeah, it looks like, at least Google is telling me, that it is in fact sterile, unfortunately. So yeah, it's a bummer. But I personally still think it doesn't hurt to try, you know what I mean? Like if you have an Anthurium radicans cross luxurians, and you really want to try crossing it with something or crossing it with itself, it obviously isn't going to hurt to try it. So I mean, more power to you. Go for it. Try it. These roots really aren't that crazy. It's like they just wanted to go outside of the pot. So maybe I'll just give it a soil refresh and put it back in the pot, because I don't really think a larger pot is truly necessary for the roots that we're working with, although they do look beautiful. Wow, that is a long one. Goodness gracious. Let me get her all wrapped up here. Well, look at those roots. They look good. They look really good. So yeah, but they're not like that crazy. Like that's totally reasonable for this pot. Like I would for sure put it in this pot. So that's what we gonna do. Easy peasy. And then it can just go like right back into this guy. But I'm gonna give it some fresher soil. And then at the end, of course, I'll give everything a good watering. Now, the next question is, how is job hunting going in Denver? Thank you for asking. Thank you guys all for asking questions at all. I really appreciate it. I love watching these kinds of videos, just side note, so I figured it would be fun to do one myself. So that's why we're here doing this. So yeah, thank you guys all for asking questions. Yeah, okay, sorry, I'm trying to get a grip on this here. But yeah, so how's the move? Oh my God, how's the job search in Denver going? So, I don't want to jinx anything, you guys, but the job search has actually been going quite well. Finally, it's been taking quite a while, but you know, I had a feeling that the universe was just waiting for the right job at the right time to send out for me. So I finally found a decent paying job, not in Denver actually, although I was living in Colorado. I was not living in Denver, and honestly, I'm not trying to live in Denver. It's just too big, too busy, not my jam, really. If I can not go to Denver, I won't. But I'm really looking to move back to like the northern Colorado area, like Loveland, Fort Collins, maybe even Longmont type area, depending on, you know, the job. I think the job, if I get this one that I'm hoping for, I did get a job offer. So we're doing a little bit of negotiation currently to see what we can work with. And hopefully I will be moving back to Colorado very, very soon. Back to the sunshine. We have like a little bit of sun today. All right, that's a stretch. There's a little bit of blue sky today. You cannot see the sun on account of there are a lot of clouds. It's gray blue outside, but yeah, I'm very excited for moving back to Colorado. Honestly, I've been wanting to do that since I got here, but you know, life events and such. So hopefully, very, very soon I will procure that job and be able to move me and Sixto and Luna and all of my many, many plants back to Colorado. It's going to be another long ass drive back, but oh my, so worth it. So yeah, here's our first plant done. Beautiful. Sorry, I feel like I got some stuff in my throat here. Okay. Last minute decision. I did decide to just pour that soil back in here, and I'm going to mix it up together. So yeah, thank you for asking that question. I'm really excited to get back to Colorado as soon as possible. I miss hanging out with my girlfriends. I miss the sun. I just miss the town of Fort Collins, honestly. I freaking love that town. It's like the perfect size. For a while when I was living there, I felt like it was maybe too small of a town because, you know, I grew up in Washington State. I grew up in like the Mill Creek, Bothell area, and it's very busy. There's so many people, there are so many cars all the time, no matter what time of day, there will be traffic. I guess the only exception is at like 4 o'clock in the morning when I'm driving to work. There's very little cars on the road, which I love. That's why I leave so early. But yeah, I'm really excited to get back because this is too much. It's too busy. Everything is like too far away to get to. I miss being in a town where you can get to pretty much anywhere in town within like 15-20 minutes max. And there's very little traffic. And when there is traffic, like people will complain about the traffic. And I'm like,
you don't know traffic, okay?
Go anywhere in Washington. Honestly, anywhere in Washington. Then you'll see some traffic. It's insane. So yeah, really excited about that. Okay, let's move on to the next plant and the next question. Oh, you're so pretty. Okay, hopefully the roots don't just pop right back out of there because they were worming their way out. Let's take a look at this guy. I just want to, oh, well, that was easy. Got that leaf off of there. And I'm sorry you can't see this down here, but I'm just trying to, maybe we'll go like this. I'm going to have to vacuum in here no matter what, so it is what it is. Okay. Kind of squeeze the pot. Try and loosen those roots up. Oh, this is so risky. Okay, this is too risky. I'm sorry. I can't. It's too much. I'm scared. Okay. Okay. We do have some nice juicy roots happening. Here, I'm just going to put it right back. Oh, this is why I needed to repot it. Hello. Okay, let me take, I had some dry ass sphagnum. Not doing any good when it's dry like that. Let me take this off of there. The reason, I totally forgot, I want to pot it deeper. I want to pot like this part deeper into the soil so that these little, you see all those little nubbins? Those are all roots. So I want them to be able to like actually root. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna use this one. Okay, so let's do this. All right, next question. What type of music do you listen to? I am all across the board on music, but lately I've been really into a lot of like R&B. I've always been into a lot of R&B. I've always been a huge Erykah Badu fan, like since I was a teenager. Freaking love her. But where's my phone so I can show you? Let me pull up some of the artists that I've been listening to a lot lately so you can kind of get a good feel. Jacoby, something like that. Love that artist. Queen Herbie, that's another one. Not, I would not classify her as R&B, but I love Queen Herbie. Teddy Swims, of course. Saba, Amine, love him. I've been getting back into listening to Do or Die for when I'm like at the gym. Just like get me going. It's so fun. Leon Bridges, love him. Ty Verdes. So yeah, all across the board. Ooh, Sam Henshaw, love him as well. I listen to the same songs like on repeat, like until I'm sick of it. I do the same thing with food. So yeah, that's what I've been listening to lately. Absolutely love it. Such a good vibe. Such good like car singing music. If you ever see me out and about driving, I will be 95% of the time I will be like belting out and dancing in the car. So no judgment, okay? I love it when I see other people like singing and dancing and grooving in their car, because where else can you really do that and just like let loose other than your car and your house and in the shower? And at work if you're me, because who cares? Okay. But yeah, a lot of R&B, a lot of just fun music that I can really get down to and dance to a little bit. I love that. I love that. And for any of these questions that apply to you guys, like what is your kind of music taste? Drop it in the comments below, because I want to hear what stuff you guys are listening to. Let me know. I want to find new music. I'm always looking for new stuff. Well, that's a lie. I'm not always looking for new stuff, but new stuff always pops up because I listen to music on like the YouTube music app. I really enjoy that because you can like stuff. I don't really make playlists or anything like that. I guess I maybe should. But I like the songs that I like, you know what I mean? Like I hit the like button, and that way it kind of starts to learn the style of music that I enjoy, and then it'll start pumping out new stuff. So that's how I find new music. Honestly, a lot lately. I was in a major, gross. I was in a major music rut for quite a while. And now I'm just like finding all the good stuff, which I love. So yeah, great question. What's the next one? Oh, how have you been? Thank you for that question. You know, I can finally say I'm doing better. I've not really talked about this, but I did go through, you know, a pretty big breakup after almost 10 years together. And it was amicable and everything. We were just in different places. But yeah, it was really, really, really hard. And that's why I had to move back home for a while. I didn't really have anything like left in Colorado. It was kind of, I wasn't able to like find a place to move or anything like that. So, you know, moved back home, and, you know, life is really showing me that everything happens for a reason. I've been able to save more money than I've ever been able to save, thanks to my lovely family that's been letting me live here, like rent-free. So I've been able to save a bunch of money, and I've been, you know, working at a job that, you know, pays me well, and I'm appreciated, and I work with really sweet guys that like gas me up all the time, which has been really nice because, you know, after a breakup, you just feel like shit, frankly. And, you know, they've kind of helped boost my confidence, which I really appreciate. So I'm definitely going to miss them if and when I do leave. I'm trying not to jinx myself, even though it's happening. It's happening. But yeah, it's been really nice, and yeah, everything happens for a reason, you guys. So if you're going through a really, really, really hard time in your life, just know things will start to get better, and I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. But things will get better, and things will get easier, and, you know, I'm always gonna miss my person, you know, I'm always gonna love him forever. I still think about him every single day. I kind of wish I didn't, but I do. But yeah, I'm feeling really good, and I've been feeling like I'm myself again, which is really, I've stopped repotting, but it's been really nice to just like feel like I'm myself again, and I'm like holding myself accountable to the goals that I want to reach as far as, you know, money savings, as far as working out. That's a huge thing for me, and like my well-being and my mental sanity is going to the gym. It helps so much. So I've been really holding myself to 6 days a week lately, and that has been fan-freaking-tastic. I've gained some weight since the breakup, which I feel like is also normal. So I'm trying not to be, you know, too hard on myself about it, but I gained about, God, 20 pounds since I moved here. And I mean, luckily enough, I have the kind of genetics where I gain all my weight fairly proportionally. Is that a word? But yeah, it's all, you know, gone to everywhere. So it's maybe not that noticeable, hopefully, maybe. But yeah, I'm trying to just like get my body back to where I want it to be, get my mental state back to where I want it to be, and, you know, really just focus on myself and focus on my dogs and just being the best dog mama that I can be, and just shower. I'm looking at Sixto right now. He's sleeping all cute at the end of the bed, but just shower my babies with as much love as humanly possible, and then some. And yeah, so yeah, I'm doing all right. So thank you for asking. Yeah, I actually think the person that asked that is someone that I used to go to school with. So if you're somehow watching this video, hey, how's it going? But yeah, finally can actually say and not lie that I'm doing pretty good. So happy about that. Really happy about that. Okay, let's move on to the next plant here. I do want to save this soil because I think this is good soil still. Next plant and next, woo, question. Hey. Oh, and now I have a clear one freed up. Yes. Oh, I love a clear pot. Okay, so next question is, this person says, what is your age, dear Madison? Which I thought was really sweet, the way they worded that. I recently had a birthday, and I am 31 years old now, which feels wild, especially like, you know, having been living at home. I haven't lived at home since I was 18. So I feel like I was transported back to being freaking 18 for a while, and I was just like, what is happening? But I know that, you know, life changes happen a lot. People have to move back in with their families a lot. I know that it's a normal thing. I know that some people, you know, don't even move out from living with their parents because it's so expensive and yada, yada, yada. But yeah, I'm 31. So, yeah. I don't feel like I'm 31. I feel like I don't know. I guess I do feel like I'm 31. I've always felt older than I was. I feel like until now. But yeah, 31 years old. Hey, hey, hey. My birthday is 3/3/93. A lot of threes. Easy to remember. Even though there was a while there, like a few years, where for some reason my birthday would come around and I'd be like, oh, it's on the 4th. Never in my life has my birthday been on the 4th. What the hell? But yeah. Did y'all think I was older, younger? I got a mixed bag of people thinking on that. Some people think I'm much younger. Some people think I'm about that age. I've gotten someone thinking that I was 40 once, which I guess I should take as a compliment, because I like to think that people who are, you know, in their 40s have their shit together and have their life together, which I can't say I feel like I truly do at this point. Maybe once I get my own space again, I will start to feel like that again. But yeah, how old did you think I am? I won't be offended. Okay, I really should have grabbed or looked for like my little scoopy shovel guy to do this, because I just did my nails last night and now I'm gonna have dirt and gunk all under them, and it's gonna be a bitch to get it out of there. And I really hate the feeling of dirt under my nails. It's freaking gross to me, whether I have fake nails on or it's just my real nubby ones. It just feels gross to me. Are there any things like that that you feel weird about? My ex's aunt was really weird about, she still is, I'm sure, about like specific like types of materials on shirts and stuff like that, like a fleecy type shirt. She could not, like a microfibery shirt, absolutely not. She couldn't even like touch it or like hear the sound of it. It was really funny. Oh, I miss her. That's like the hardest part about breakups, or one of the hardest parts. If you get really close to, you know, your person's family, which I definitely did. I mean, we were together for so long, and, you know, we lived near a lot of his family for quite a while, so I was really close to a lot of his family. So like that is probably definitely one of the hardest parts. It's just like, oh my God, I miss my mother-in-law, but that's okay. That's okay. Shit happens, right? Here's this one. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going faster than I thought I would, so I need to answer these questions faster. I am just a freaking Gabatron. I did not think about this. I didn't really plan this very well, because this I think is the prettiest leaf, although this is the newest leaf, but I like this one better. So I should have hid this, but it's just gonna peel off, is it? Please? Oh, maybe I spoke too soon? No? Okay. The satisfaction. Oh, no. All right, not as clean as I thought it was gonna be. Ooh, really not clean at the end there. Yee, that's okay. Okay, oh, that was, the sticker was from the flower bin in Longmont, Colorado. I'm gonna get to go back there soonish. What is your dream job? And if you work your dream job, what is a job you would want to do? Now, that's a really good question. It's also kind of a hard question to answer because I wouldn't say I work my dream job right now. Definitely not. I feel like I do a lot of, what's the word? Babysitting? Grown adults, which is not my favorite. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm working my dream job right now, although I do enjoy my job. I do, you know, I am good at my job, so I like that aspect of it. I can bring in some decent results. I enjoy that. My dream job would probably be just working for myself in some way, some fashion. I mean, of course, if I could do like this full time, that would be incredible. That's not going to happen. At least not anytime soon, 100%. My channel is for sure not anywhere near that kind of, you know, prosperity. That's the right word. We're going with it. But yeah, something like that would be my dream job, where I could work for myself, and just be able to be home with my babies all the time. Sixer just opened his eyes and looked at me like, yeah, me too, Mom. But yeah, that essentially is it. I would love to just be able to just be with my babes all the time, you know. So we will see. That's the goal. That's always been the goal. So working towards it. But yeah, I don't know in which way that would happen, what that would look like. But isn't that most people's goals? I don't know. In my head, it makes sense that it would be most people's goal, is to just be able to work for themselves, be their own boss. Not necessarily, I mean, it would be incredible to employ other people and to be able to give another person like a really good living wage. That would feel incredible to be able to do something like that. So yeah, we will see. There was a short time where my ex and I were running, you know, our eBay resale business, and that was like our main and like only, you know, job. So we were working for ourselves, and that was fantastic. It was hard. It was very hard. But it was so fun. It was so fun. And that was kind of like, that was years ago. So that was when, you know, the reselling thing and like thrifting to resell, it was not what it was now. Now it is such a saturated market. And honestly, the prices, have you seen the prices at thrift stores lately? Oh my God. It's freaking crazy. It's so crazy. Like, I saw a pair of shoes, like men's dress shoes, like, I don't know, they were like Allen Edmonds or something. And they had a full like hole, like probably this big in the sole. Like you could poke damn near your whole hand out the bottom of the shoe. And they were asking like $40 for a pair of shoes with a hole in it. Like I think they've got people back there, they're just like looking for brand names and hiking the price up like crazy high. I'm like, y'all got this for free. Okay, calm down. Calm down with the prices. So, and it's very rare now, at least, I don't know, at least at the thrift stores here that I've been to, it's very rare to find literally anything that is priced like less than $3, even like a teeny tiny crappy little piece of like, I don't know, like a tea, what am I looking for? A tea candle holder, you know what I mean? Just like a little teeny tiny thing would be like $6. I'm like, yo, that probably wasn't that much originally. So yeah, it was definitely back when you could actually make a living doing that kind of thing, which I mean, people can and definitely do still, you know, have eBay reselling businesses. But you got to be on it. You got to be on it and in it to win it. But that was fun. That was fun for a time. Okay. And what other job would I like to do? Maybe I already answered this, but I don't know. I've done a handful of different types of jobs in my like working career. I had a time in my life where I worked with animals, with dogs at a shelter for a while. Or excuse me, it wasn't at a shelter. I volunteered at a few different shelters, but I worked at like a pet boarding facility type deal. So I worked with dogs there, and that was really fun. I'm a huge, huge animal lover. I always have been. So I mean, working with animals is super fun. It's definitely not all it's cracked up to be like when you imagine it. It's very difficult and it's very messy. There's a lot of poo, comes with the territory. But yeah, I don't know. Really just working for myself. If I could do content creation full time, that would be incredible. But at this point in time, with the hours that I work and everything else that I have going on, I just don't, it's not really feasible for me to be able to put into it what I need to put into it in order to make something like that happen. And obviously that kind of thing just does not happen overnight. It's something that you really need to work really, really hard for, or you need to get like really lucky. And usually I think a combination of both. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what time will bring. Okay, I'm really trying to get some dead leaves off of this Laosa before I repot it here. So let's do that and answer another question. What was your first ever house plant? I honestly don't remember. Not a house plant, but basil. A basil plant. I had a few of those years and years and years ago. And my cat Bubba, who is no longer with us, he would love to eat the basil plant, which I had like Googled afterwards. Apparently basil is not great for cats, but he freaking loved it. He acted like it was cat grass and he was just like up in it all the time. Like I could not keep it in the house because he would find the plant and he would eat the shit out of it. It was really cute. Like I couldn't be mad at him, and he never got sick or anything like that. He just really enjoyed it. So, but yeah, basil I guess is my first like plant. It's not like a house plant, but it was a plant that I kept in the house. But other than that, God, when I first started collecting house plants, I don't know, years ago, maybe in like 2018, 2019, something like that, I was getting like a lot of little plants just from the grocery store, from big box stores, stuff like that. But I honestly don't remember. Maybe a pothos? I don't know. Maybe some sort of Tridescantia? Something like that? I don't know. I honestly don't remember. What was your first houseplant? Like, what got you into houseplants? And was it... Okay, sorry about it. My camera overheated, but it was perfect timing because right as my camera overheated, the ice cream truck came, and he literally just left. He has been for like 10 minutes. So, perfect time to take a quick pause break. Oh, now we got a dog barking. Hey, no, mm-mm. But what I was saying is, was it your first houseplant that like really got you into houseplants, or did it take you a while? Because when I started to like get actual houseplants, I didn't stop, and I haven't stopped since. So yeah, I wish I could remember like the actual first houseplant that I ever bought, but you know what? I'm sticking with basil. Okay, cool. All right, let's officially repot this. Ooh, this Hoya Microfiber. Okay, and we'll answer the next question. So this one is, how tall are you? First off, how tall do you think I am? I've never actually heard anyone say they thought I was tall or short or anything like that, so I thought this question was kind of funny. I haven't measured myself in quite some time, but last time I got measured, I want to say, excuse me, I want to say I was like 5'8" or 5'8.5", something like that. So yeah, we'll call it 5'8". Is that what you expected? I don't know. I don't know if I seem like I'm taller or shorter or what, but yeah, I guess I'm a bit on the taller side. Okay. These roots look dry and nasty. Can you see that? That doesn't look very good. So I'm gonna break this root ball up a little bit and answer the next question. Oh my God, it is dry as hell. But literally every time I water this plant, I will drown it in water. Who says drown that hoe? Crystal. Crystal says that. I say her name like I've met her. I haven't. I just would love to. But yeah, I drown this plant, and then 10 minutes later, it is just so dry still. So definitely need to freshen up the soil. Okay, the next question is, what are like 5 personal facts? I should have thought about this before I answered it. 5 personal facts. I don't know. I've broken my tailbone twice. That's a fact. The first time it was when I was living in Fairbanks, Alaska from like 4th through 6th grade, whatever ages those are. And it was winter time. Hey, knock it off. And I slid into a tree and my legs like wrapped around the tree. And so yeah, I broke my tailbone then. Those were a rough few years, just like constantly on like my knees and elbows. And then the second time I broke my tailbone, I was on like the first or second day of a 10-day like school type trip to, where did we go? To France and Italy, and we were in Paris, and it was inside the Arc de Triomphe. I'll pop a picture up over here so you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure I'm butchering the name. But yeah, I was inside that, and me and my girlfriends were running down these like metal stairs in flip-flops. I don't know if everyone else was in flip-flops. My dumbass was for sure in flip-flops. And yeah, I slipped and fell down the metal stairs and broke or refractured, whatever, my tailbone. So that was fun. Definitely didn't ruin the trip though. It was still a really good trip. But yeah, so I've broken my tailbone. I guess that's one. I don't know, what's another one? I really should have thought about this. Oy, oy, oy. You know, I'm gonna have to come back to this one because I can't even think of 5 different facts about myself. I don't know. I guess I lived in Alaska. That's one. I lived in Fairbanks, Alaska for 3 years, literally to the day, 3 years to the day. It was just for my dad's work. I'm gonna use this same pot and just use fresh soil. My dad's, he works in like construction. He's a project manager, senior project manager. And he was working for a company that no longer exists called WA Bonding Company. And now he works for a different construction company, and he is about to retire in like just over a year. Just over a year? Just over a year he'll be retiring. But yeah, so I lived in Fairbanks, Alaska for 3 years. Do I have anyone watching this video that lives in Alaska? If so, whereabouts in Alaska do you live in? And do you like it? Hopefully you do. It was definitely an interesting experience. The winters were cold and the summers were hot. And so cold. But yeah, like I said, I was there from like 4th through 6th grade. And literally that's like my only marker for that. I don't remember like what age I would have been for those years. But yeah. And I want to say the coldest it ever got that we like saw was -58, I think. Yeah, -58, which sounds freaking crazy. Yeah. And then in the summer, first off, in wintertime, it was just like almost always dark out. So your circadian rhythm is just messed up. And then in the summertime, it is constantly bright out. The sun is always out. It never goes down. So we had to put like tinfoil on our windows so that you can actually like sleep when you needed to sleep. Very interesting. It was fun though. So yeah, I lived in Alaska. lived in Alaska, broke my tailbone, also in Alaska. What's another one? I used to be maybe one of the biggest stoner jabroners that I personally have ever known. Not so much anymore, although I'm definitely like, 420 friendly, if that's how I want to say it. But yeah, there's that. I've got a handful of tattoos, and I would like more eventually one day, but I haven't gotten a new tattoo in quite a few years. I think the last one I got was this. It's hard to show you, but it's a, how do I show this to you? Ugh. I got this. It's a V for vegan, not very original. Let's hope I stay vegan forever, because otherwise that's gonna be an awkward tattoo. But yeah, I've got a handful of tattoos. Oh, here's an interesting fact that some people, I feel like this could actually maybe help some people who are thinking about doing this, because maybe think twice. I used to have my nipples pierced. Maybe this is TMI, but I used to have my nipples pierced, and I loved them at first because I used to be quite a bit heavier. I used to be like 100 pounds heavier, and lost a bunch of, lost that weight. And then after I lost the weight, my boobs just were like, I didn't love them, you know what I mean? They just felt kind of sad. So after I got them pierced, I did have like a new love for my chest. But those suckers like never fully healed. And it was constantly painful. You will, like, God forbid you have like a cable knit blanket. No. If you put a seatbelt on, no. Just, no. So think twice. Think twice. And if you have them and they healed properly, I mean, good for freaking you. But yeah, there's a thing. Again, sorry if that's TMI, but if you're thinking about doing it, maybe think twice. Maybe think twice. And I think when I got them pierced, I think that was the first time I ever passed out. Maybe. I think so. I've passed out only a couple times in my life, and the first couple times were right around the same time, because I got this tattoo that I have like on the inside of my arm, and when I was home, I was like in the bathroom, and luckily my ex-Payson was like standing behind me, and I was like looking at the tattoo in the mirror or something, or brushing my teeth, doing something in the bathroom, looking in the mirror, and my ex said that like I got this blissful, like dopey look on my face, and then just like slowly went down. Like, thank God he was behind me, because that could have been really, really bad. You're in the bathroom, there's sharp edges, there's hard things everywhere. Like, it could have been really bad. But yeah, I passed out then, and then I also passed out during one of the piercings. So it's very painful. So yeah, we're gonna count that as two. That's a twofer. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Let's think of another one. God, do I know anything about myself? I guess not. Let's think about this. I don't know. I feel like I've waited too long to repot this. I'm probably gonna end up regretting it. Honestly, dude, I cannot think of another fact about myself. We'll use the fact that I used to be 100 pounds heavier and lost the weight. Naturally, obviously. Maybe not obviously, but who's got money to to do it not naturally? Not me, that's for sure. But yeah, I used to be over 100 pounds heavier and lost the weight. I definitely think that I was always like the chubby kid, growing up. I was always bigger. I have many memories of my friends growing up just saying, you're just bigger boned. Newsflash, I don't think anyone really has that bigger of bones. Okay. Okay. No. But yeah, I was always a bigger kid, a bigger teenager, and yeah. But I lost the weight. I definitely think that, going vegan for sure helped with that, because, that innately cuts out a lot of stuff. Ooh, this doesn't feel very good. But like by stuff, I mean like a lot of dairy, you know, obviously all dairy I don't take anymore. Don't take anymore? Oh my God, I don't take dairy anymore. But you know, cutting out that kind of stuff definitely helped because, you know, it's very, you know, like fatty stuff. So that definitely helped kind of boost my weight loss. So that was really nice. And I've just been on a constant journey, I guess, of weight loss and, you know, trying to be happy with my body and how I look. I would definitely say I have some like major body dysmorphia now and maybe some not a great relationship with food, although we're working on it. We're working on it. I used to be a major binge eater, like major. I definitely, you know, part of my weight gain since I've moved back here is I definitely fell back into some of those nasty old habits. And yeah, so we're working on that. I'm getting back in control of myself, and that feels really good. So yeah, there we go. There's 5-ish personal facts. Some TMI, so sorry about it. What's another one? Do your dogs have nicknames? Oh, but of course. How could they not? They have so many nicknames. Oh my God. So Six Toe, I call him Six. I call him Bubba. I call him Sugar Man. Six Toe was named after Six Toe Rodriguez. He's a musician. He passed recently, I believe. But there's a cool documentary about him called like Searching for Six Toe, I think. And yeah, we love the song by I mean, my ex and I love the song Sugar Man by him. And so Six Toe is my little sugar man. So yeah, he's my little sugar. But yeah, mostly just call him, like if I'm, you know, snapping at him, I'll call him Six or something like that. But he's got all kinds of nicknames. Sweet dude, little dude, fart knocker, stinky butt, whatever the mood calls for, you know what I mean? And then Luna is my little loony. She's my little Looney Tune, my loon, Lunas McDoonis. That's one. That's an old faithful, Lunas McDoonis. Yeah, but mostly loony. Little loony. She's not that little, but she's my little loony. Okay, look at me. That was like a fast one. I didn't go on and on forever. Okay, ooh, will you get any pets, any more pets in the future? Probably not anytime soon. I would love to have a cat again one day. I grew up having cats. I freaking love cats. They're just the coolest animals. So independent, but honestly, most of my cats, I mean, any pet that I've ever had just gets freaking smothered with love. So my cats growing up were always not that independent. I mean, they're cats, so obviously they are fairly independent, more so than dogs, but they're always like, give me love now. Where are you? Where's my love? Come on now. So, which, I mean, I absolutely love that. So yeah, I would love to get a cat again one day, but that will not happen while I'm renting. That will definitely be a thing that happens though once, you know, once I'm able to buy my own home, then I will for sure be getting a cat. But cats are a risky thing to get, I think, for renting, which always like blows my mind when rental properties or companies or whatever, you know, allow cats but don't allow dogs. I'm like, yo, if a cat pees where they're not supposed to pee, it's gonna be there forever. Good luck getting that smell out, you know what I mean? Unless you Folex it like super, super fast, which if you guys don't know about Folex, you should. It's amazing. It's the best cleaner ever that I've ever used. But yeah, no cats, no other dogs, no other pets until I have a home of my own and I'm not renting somewhere. I think that's a pretty safe bet. And it'll be a little bit tricky if and when, you know, when that does happen, if these guys, they better still be, we're not even going to say that. When I do, you know, I'm able to purchase a home and able to adopt a cat, it'll be a learning curve for the dogs. I know that Six Toe will do well because he is just a big lover boy, and I know that he will just like want to love on a cat. Luna, she's a bird dog. You know what I'm saying? Like when we first got her, so many people were like, "Oh, is that a bird dog?" And I was like, "What? She's a regular dog. I don't know. What? She's not a bird. What?" And then quickly I learned, yes, she is in fact a bird dog, 100% Sorry, I should turn my phone off. But yes, she's definitely a bird dog. She's killed a couple birds since we've had her. Sorry, birds. But yeah, so she's got a very high prey drive. Oh my God, if we see like a squirrel or a bunny, she is like going crazy. So, you know, a cat will be a very big adjustment for Luna. So we'll obviously cross that bridge when we get there. But yeah, as of now, no extra pets. I'm a full house with these two babies. They are a handful on their own. Okay. What else do we have here? Just a few more questions, which is good because I only have one more plant to mess with, and it is the alocasia. So we're gonna look for some corms, okay? Ooh, let's see here. Okay, how did you get into plants? Honestly, I feel like the way that most people got into plants, which was when, not necessarily when the pandemic started, because it's not like when the pandemic started, I was working from home or I was out of work. You know, I was considered an essential worker, so I always was working throughout the entire pandemic. So it wasn't like because of the pandemic, but really it was once oh my God, I just remembered my first houseplant, y'all. It was a snake plant. That makes a lot of sense. Yep, it was a snake plant. I got a couple of them from a garage sale, actually. It's all coming back to me. Okay, yeah, so my first plant was a snake plant, and yes, that did get me into houseplants. But at the time where we were living, we did not have like a ton of sunlight coming into our space. So the snake plant was like really the only plant that could survive, which I did not know at the time. It was just like a lucky find. And from like a lovely lady at a garage sale or an estate sale or something like that. But yeah, it was a snake plant. And, oh God, I honestly don't remember what year that was. I think probably around 2018, 2019, something like that. And once we moved from the place where we didn't have very much sun coming in to our townhouse, really, which was like the last place in Colorado that I lived, that is when I really started getting into plants, because I was like, we have so much sun coming in, we have so much space, and yeah, so much light flooding in like everywhere in the house, and I was just like, it's on like Donkey Kong, okay? Like we're finding plants. And I wasn't going crazy. I mean, I did go crazy, but I wasn't like spending oogles and boogles of money. You know, I've always been very frugal, so with plants it's no different. But you know, finding cool plants at the grocery store, finding cool plants at like big box stores and stuff like that, you know, the normal thing, the way I still find plants essentially. And then eventually realizing like, oh snap, there are a thing called nurseries out there, and you can just like go and spend however much time you want and just like walk around aisles and aisles of plants. But yeah, I guess that's how plants got me into plants. Oh, and then I started realizing that there's like planty my phone is just popping off. I'm so sorry if you can hear it. But yeah, I just realized that there's, you know, a whole different planty side of like social media. Okay, come on now. I'm so sorry. My phone never blows up, and now we're blowing up. But yeah, I just realized that there was like this planty side of social media, and I was like, oh, okay, there are so many plants out there. And that's honestly, that's like how I still feel. Like I look on Instagram and I'm just like, oh my God, there are so many freaking cool plants out there. It is never ending. It's never ending. But yeah, that's how I got into plants, from plants, I guess. Does that make sense? We're rolling with it. And then, and this is a good question. Do you like to travel, and would you bring a plant home from a vacation? Well, yes, I love to travel. I haven't been able to do a ton of traveling as of late. I think the last place I went to was Hawaii, so, you know, nothing crazy. But it was a lovely vacation. It was like a family vacation, and it was my ex's first time to Hawaii, so it was really fun. But I love to travel. Like I mentioned before, I've been to a few different places in Europe. I've been all around like the the Mediterranean and stuff like that. I love traveling. Was definitely really fortunate growing up that my parents are huge travelers. They literally just got back from a 2-week trip where they were in Vienna and Portugal and Tangiers in Morocco. So they're huge travelers. So we were super lucky growing up that like we got to go on trips. We went to Hawaii a bunch when we were younger, and when we lived in Alaska, we went on a lot of cruises to like get the hell out of there for a while during like the nasty winters, and it was really nice. So yeah, I absolutely love to travel. I'd love to do it more. And to answer the second part of that question, would I ever bring a plant home? I have, absolutely I have. Well, I guess it wasn't technically a vacation. It was just like visiting home, like here in Washington. I brought plants back. I'm trying to think if I brought plants back from Hawaii. I don't remember, but I would. I absolutely would. I don't remember if I did, but I for sure would if I found something that I like had to bring home with me. The only thing I would say is just double check all of the like rules, regulations, and laws for where you are leaving and where you're going to, just to make sure. But I have put planes or brought plane. What am I trying to say? I've brought plants on planes quite a few times, and I guess just a couple times, not quite a few. But yeah, I've never had any issue. They do make you, you know, for landing and for taking off, they do want you to put your plant either like up above in a little area or, you know, under your seat or under the seat in front of you, I guess. And then you can just like have it out. No big deal. So yeah, I definitely love travel and would for sure bring plants home. Well, that was real sad, y'all. There are no corms in here whatsoever. It's just a dead ass plant. Well, actually, I don't, oh, hello. I don't know that this is truly like dead. Excuse me, like dead. So maybe I'll try to clean this off. There's so much dirt under my nails. Ugh. Maybe I'll try to clean this off and just stick this into some sphagnum or something. But we've got this here. So, yeah. That's my alocasia cuprea. Okay, and with that, I have one last question here while we kind of clean up. And that is, what are your non-planty hobbies? I'm a lame-o, you guys. My hobbies outside of plants, if we count these as hobbies, hanging out with my dogs, taking them for nice long walks, taking them for hikes, just being with them. I obviously love, well, that's planty, so it doesn't count. I was going to say I love filming and I love editing. I love editing. But non-planty things. I'm so boring. Do we count the gym? I love going to the gym. I really don't. I don't have that many things outside of like work and this and my dogs that I like have that much time for, which sounds really sad. I should really try to take up some new hobbies. I've been really enjoying doing my nails. I don't know if that's necessarily a hobby because I don't do them that often because my job currently is very like labor intensive and I'm like, I use my hands all day, every day, so these things will get ripped off like violently. But I mean, hopefully in this potential job that, you know, if they come at me with a good offer, I should be able to like ease up on my hands a little bit and be able to really do my nails more and just like have fun with it. But yeah, I don't have that many hobbies. That sounds bad, doesn't it? Yikes. What are your guys' hobbies? Give me some ideas. What should I try? I've had many hobbies over the years that have come and gone, and plants are honestly like the one hobby that I've continuously been so passionate about and just like have loved every single part of, even the parts that kind of suck, like dealing with pests and stuff. Like I don't hate it. You know what I mean? It comes with the territory, obviously. But I mean, some old hobbies that I used to have that I used to love. I used to love making like dog clothes, like nothing crazy, but just like, and not for like other people's dogs, but just for mine. For my first dog, Opal. That was Payson and mine's first baby, and God, she was the sweetest girl. I'll find a picture and pop it up over here so that you can see her. But I love to make her cute little cozy jackets because she's a pitty, and so, you know, during winter and stuff, she'd get very cold. All right, my camera overheated yet once again. If y'all have any tips on how to make that not happen, holler at your girl, let me know. But anyway, so yeah, I used to sew a lot. I guess that's really what it was. I used to sew a ton. I have a sewing machine still. I have not broken it out in quite some time. Yeah, I used to sew dog jackets for my girl. I used to sew cat jackets for my cat. Bubba actually did enjoy them. I will see if I can find a picture and pop it up over here so that you can see him in one of his little jackets. And I also used to make him like catnip toys and stuff, which I thought was really fun. But yeah, honestly, not a ton of hobbies. So yeah, if you have a hobby that you absolutely love that's like not planty related and that maybe doesn't take up a ton of time, drop in the comments, let me know so I can maybe try to pick something up. There's of course tons of things that look like so much fun. Like I just saw Becca do the plants. If you don't know, you must know. You must know. If you're here and you know of my channel, you absolutely know of Becca de la Planta's channel. She's fabulous. I love her. I find her very inspiring. She's a new mom and she is just like kicking ass and taking names. But yeah, she's been doing like, what is it called? Not crochet. Maybe she was crocheting before, but oh, she's been cross stitching and like sharing that on her Instagram stories. And I just think that is so cool. She's working on like this little mushroom cross stitch and I think it looks so fun. It doesn't look like it's maybe that hard. I could be totally wrong there. Maybe it's like super difficult, but it seems or it sounds just like something that is really relaxing to me. And I could definitely use a hobby that forces me to like slow down and relax because I have a really hard time doing that. I'm either like go, 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 or I am sleeping essentially. So yeah, let me know what hobbies you guys are into and maybe I can pick up something fun. And maybe we can do it together sometime. But maybe not also. I don't know. Let me know. There's also like, I don't know. Coloring always sounds fun, but I am like the least artistic person ever. I cannot draw like a stick figure to save my life, but it sounds like so much fun. So I don't know, maybe like a paint by numbers kind of thing could be fun. I used to do those things, like you probably did this in school, because I for sure did this in school, but where you like grab just like a blank sheet of paper and like a black marker and you just like draw a bunch of different squiggles that like overcross each other and stuff, and then you like color in each of the little compartments that you subsequently made. And that was always fun and just like random, you know, kind of like abstract art, if you want to call it that. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know. Drop some stuff in the comments. Maybe I should try something. Not maybe. I should try something, honestly. But yeah, I feel like I look almost a little sweaty right now. Since my camera overheated and it was about 4 o'clock, it was time for our second long walk of the day. So it is now, what time is it? 4:56. So we just got back from our second long walk of the day. And yeah, the dogs are now officially chilling and it'll be DINNER time in about an hour for them. So yeah, I'm a little bit, maybe a little bit shiny here. Definitely more sweaty, so I'm not gonna torture you with that. But yeah, I think that was all of that was all the questions here. So thank you guys so much for joining me for this video. And thank you if you asked any of these questions. I really appreciate it. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I love watching other people's Q&As. I think Fern just did like a repot Q&A as well. I just think it's such a fun idea and just like a fun way to learn a little bit more about somebody. And I don't know, I really enjoy it. So definitely, if you have answers to any of these questions yourself, drop them in the comments down below so that I can learn more about you guys as well. I absolutely love the idea of that. So yeah, let me know. How have you been? How old are you? Do you work your dream job? Are you job hunting currently? What kind of music do you listen to? I really love that one. I feel like the kind of music a person listens to maybe doesn't like say a whole lot about the person, but also kind of does. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Let me know. Let me know down in the comments. And there's like whole different genres of music that I personally listen to that I didn't even get into on this video. So yeah, I'm really interested to hear what kind of stuff you guys listen to, see if maybe we can find some new fun music that we like together. But yeah, I think that is going to do it for this video. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I feel like it's a long one, so if you made it all the way to the end, drop a fun like emoji or something down in the comments down below, and definitely if you made it to the end, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because if you're watching this whole damn video, you should for sure be subscribed so that you can make it to the next video as well. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I will see you in the next one. Now I gotta clean this mess up. And what am I gonna do with this? What are we gonna do with her? Why did I smell it? I smell everything. It doesn't smell bad. It's not rotted. It's like not squishy.